Broncos country, hold on to your hats because what just happened in Denver is going to blow your minds. You won't believe what our organization just did. A move that nobody saw coming, that could completely change our season, and that has everything to be one of the most brilliant decisions of our management. I'm talking about an addition to our practice squad that has absolutely impressive physical characteristics. An athlete who came from the other side of the world, who left a completely different sport to embrace the American dream of football. And now he's here wearing the orange and blue colors that we love so much. But before I tell you all the details of this bombshell Denver Broncos family, you need to get ready because this signing has the potential to be much more than just a practice squad player. I'm talking about someone who could revolutionize our tight end position and bring a completely new dimension to our offense. Stay tuned because you're going to find out how the Broncos just landed a diamond in the rough that could shine bright in our mile-high city. The name is Patrick Murtagh, an Australian giant who's 6 feet tall and was just officially added to our practice squad. And when I say giant, family, I mean giant. We're talking about a guy who's 6'4" and weighs over 220 pounds of pure muscle and athleticism. But things get even more interesting when you find out where this guy came from. Patrick isn't just any regular player who was available on the market. No, Broncos country. This guy is a high-risk, high-reward bet that our organization decided to make. Murtagh comes from professional Australian football. That's right, I heard it. He played in the Australian Football League, which is completely different from our American football. And he wasn't just any player either. He played for the Gold Coast Suns, which is one of the professional franchises in the Australian League. Just imagine the courage this guy had, leaving a consolidated professional career in his home country to come to the United States and try his luck in a sport he practically didn't know. That's pure determination, family. That's the kind of mentality we want on our team. What's most impressive about Patrick's trajectory is how he got to us. He didn't come through a traditional draft or as a regular free agent. He was part of the NFL's International Player Pathway Program, which is a special program the league created to bring talents from other countries and other sports. In 2023, he started this journey by being allocated to the Detroit Lions through this program. There he had his first experience with professional American football. Then in 2024, he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he continued developing his skills as a tight end. And now, Denver Broncos family, he's here with us. Our organization saw something special in this athlete and decided to bet on him. And you know what that means? It means our front office continues to think outside the box, continues to look for talents where others don't look. But let's talk about what really matters. What can Patrick Murtagh bring to our team? What are the characteristics that made our organization bet on him? First, let's talk about the physical aspect. 6'4" is an impressive height for a tight end. He has the size to be a reliable target in the end zone. He has the wingspan to create problems for defenders. And at over 220 pounds, he has the necessary weight to be effective in the running game, too. Second, athletic versatility. You need to understand that Australian football is a sport that requires a unique combination of skills: strength, speed, agility, coordination, jumping ability. All these characteristics are fundamental in both Australian rules and American football. Third, the mentality. Any guy who has the courage to leave everything in his country and come to the United States to try his luck in a different sport has special determination, has special hunger, and that's exactly the kind of mentality we want in Mile High. Now, family, let's be realistic here. Patrick is on the practice squad, not the main roster. That means he's still developing, still learning the nuances of American football. But the potential is there. The tools are there. And you know what's the best part of all this? Our organization has an incredible track record of developing tight ends. Remember how much we've been able to extract from players at this position over the years? We have a coaching staff that knows how to work with developing athletes. Patrick We'll have time to learn the system, to understand the routes, to develop chemistry with our quarterbacks. And who knows, by the end of the season, he might not be ready to contribute significantly with our main team. But it's not just about Patrick's individual potential. It's about what this signing says about our organization as a whole. It shows we're not sleeping on the job. It shows we're always looking for ways to improve our team. While other teams are fighting over the same obvious free agents, we're thinking outside the box. We're looking at markets that others don't even consider. We're being creative in the search for talents. And this isn't new for us, family. Remember how many international players have already gone through the NFL and become big stars? The program that brought Patrick here has already given us players like Jordan Mailata, who today is one of the best offensive tackles in the league. The NFL is becoming increasingly global. Talents are emerging from all corners of the world, and our organization is at the forefront of this trend, always looking for the next diamond in the rough that can make a difference. Patrick has all the physical characteristics to be effective as a tight end. But more important than that, he has the right mentality, the right determination, the right hunger to learn and grow. Can you imagine how much dedication he must have had to get here? Learning a completely new sport, adapting to a different culture, competing with athletes who have played American football since they were kids. That requires impressive mental strength, and that mental strength is exactly what we want on our team. We want players who don't give up, who always look for ways to improve, who embrace challenges instead of running from them. Now, let's think about the tactical possibilities that Patrick can bring us. With his height, he could be a lethal weapon in red zone situations. Imagine him running a fade route in the corner of the end zone. What safety or linebacker is going to be able to contest the ball in the air with a 6'4" guy? And it's not just in the passing game. With his weight and physical structure, he can be very effective as a blocker too. Modern tight ends need to be versatile. They need to be able to block on the line and also run out to receive passes. Patrick has the physique to do both. Additionally, his experience in Australian football could bring unique elements to our game. Australian rules is a very fluid sport that requires a lot of improvisation and adaptability. These are characteristics that can be very valuable in modern American football. Family, this signing may seem small now, but keep your eyes on it. Sometimes the best discoveries come from the most unexpected places. Sometimes the next great player is hidden where nobody is looking. Patrick Murtagh represents everything our organization values. Hard work, determination, willingness to improve, ability to adapt and overcome challenges. These are the characteristics that make the difference between ordinary players and special players. And even if he never makes it to the main roster this season, his presence on the practice squad already brings value. He'll help our main team prepare better in practices. He'll bring a different perspective, a unique style that can help our defense prepare for similar tight ends we'll face during the season. But I have a feeling that Patrick might surprise a lot of people, athletes who make the transition from other professional sports to American football usually have special characteristics. They have athletic maturity, an understanding of how the body works under pressure that younger players sometimes don't have. Broncos country, do you remember how many special players started exactly like this, on the practice squad, developing their skills, waiting for the opportunity to show what they're capable of? The NFL is full of cases like this. Players nobody knew, who came from unique backgrounds, who had to prove their worth every day. And many of them became stars, became fundamental pieces of championship teams. Patrick has all the characteristics to follow this path. He has the physique, he has the mentality, and now he has the opportunity. The rest depends on him and our ability to develop his potential, and you can be sure that our organization will do everything possible to extract the best from him. We have one of the best coaching staffs in the league. Professionals who know how to work with developing athletes, who know how to transform potential into performance. The addition of Patrick to our practice squad may seem like a small move, but it actually represents something much bigger. It represents our mentality of always looking for ways to improve. It represents our willingness to bet on unique talents. It represents our long-term vision to build a championship team. Family, this season is going to be special for many reasons. And Patrick Murtagh could very well be one of the surprises that nobody saw coming, a diamond in the rough that our organization polished until it shines. So, Broncos country, what would you do if you were coaches? Would you bet on an international talent like Patrick? Comment below with your opinions about this signing. Hit the like button if you believe he can be our next special discovery. Share with all the Broncos fans you know, and stay tuned, because this season promises many surprises like this one. Until the next video, and go Broncos!